Alright, so I'm about to break down every single number to get people stupidly fucking rich off trading communities, alright? So this is 103K per month, which is about 1.2 million a year, which to me isn't stupidly rich, but to 99% of you, unless you're genuinely made out of dollar bills, is pretty damn good income. Alright, especially since this is purely just low ticket, and when you add a high ticket, it's gonna add like another $250,000 a month. Alright, so you'll be making like 3-4 million a month. You can create generational wealth off that. Alright, so I'll walk you through the numbers real quick. Cool. So from July 10th to September 4th, we added about $41.6 thousand in monthly recurring revenue for Ryan here. Alright, and before I explain all the numbers that go into that so that you can achieve it yourself, you might know me. I'm Andy Pham. You also might know my partner, Louis Ben. We co-founded Business Grower, and for the last 12 months, actually this is 1 year anniversary, we have been growing trading discords to 50, 100K per month plus, and we've grown a stupid amount of them at this point. So now let's go in straight into the numbers and then give you all the percentages that you need to hit so that you can hit progress like this, which is on average about 20,000 added in monthly recurring revenue per month. So in this process where we added about 25K MRR per month to Ryan's Discord, he was sitting around 2 million impressions, and I can show you the proof. We track everything. It's right here. 2K, maybe even a little less, plus or minus, a little more, right? And that might seem hard. Like, you have to reach 2 million people with your content. But remember, this is across all socials. Or actually, I think this is all socials minus Twitter, which his was pretty big. So he was probably doing around 3, 4, maybe 5. But I'm just going to break down just the short form and the YouTube long form numbers. And it's not that hard to hit 2 million impressions. And I'm breaking down those numbers, by the way, because it's the most nurturing. And Twitter, we measured this with Hyros, only about 20% of his traffic into the Discord comes from Twitter. So he gets a lot of reach there, but it's not as nurturing, not as trust building. Maybe we can use it better. All right, so maybe that's an improvement we can make. So Brad just started with us about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago. All right, so you can see he was just posting this kind of stuff before, posting some brain rot. He switched to our content style, immediately started blowing up. All right, he was at like 1.7K followers. Now he's at 13.2 in about 2 months. And what you'll notice is that he averages about 2, 3, now he averages a little bit more after some of his videos blew up. I'd say now he's hitting like 5, 13, and then like 16. He probably averages around 5K per video, but then he'll have some videos like this that absolutely blow up. So 446, there's one down here that's at like 300K or something, yeah, 320. So let's say he does 375, 2 viral videos a month that hit 375 on average. So 750,000, and then the rest of his videos, let's say they average about 8K, and he's posting once per day. That's already almost 1 million impressions, and that's not including his videos on TikTok, by the way, that he cross-posts from Instagram. It's the same content that absolutely blew up as well. So those 2 viral videos also blew up on TikTok, plus the other 28 average pretty good numbers, alright? So he just started with us about a month and a half ago, and adding up all the TikTok, all the Instagram, YouTube Shorts, he's not doing too great there. Maybe if you post on Facebook, some people, Colin blew up on Facebook, for example, and LinkedIn. This will be about 1.5, 2 million impressions already just from your short form content. All right, so it's not that hard to hit as long as you actually post consistently every day, improve on your content every day, and use the right kind of content, because that's important for congruency with the rest of the funnel. So you're left with these 2 million impressions, and I mean, here's the numbers. So when Ryan was at so he had 2.5 million impressions. He had about 8.8 Mofu traffic, which is actually kind of low of a conversion rate, but I did the math, so you can see so you turn into a percentage by multiplying it by 100. 0.3, you only needed 0.347% of that 2.5 million to get around 8.7 thousand people in your Mofu, so either in your Discord, in your email list, collecting their phone number, just getting their attention on a separate platform. You have 8.7 thousand of those people, even with just a, 0.347%. And then you turn that into, through here, or I guess that this would be here. Turn that into about, oh shit, what is 0.347% of 2 million? Get about 69,000, nice, or 6,940 rather. Boom. So I'll restructure this after a pause. So in this case, even with just a 0.347 conversion rate from impressions to Mofu, you still end up with a good 6,940. All right, and if your number is lower than this, or I mean your number might be higher than this if you have awesome automations, awesome link in bio page, awesome lead magnets that are super valuable, super tied into a unique mechanism, and the viewer's specific dream result might be higher than this. But if it's lower than this, that's how to improve it. All right, improve your lead magnets, CTA in every single reel, CTA more on stories, CTA on more platforms. Like, for example, in this case, we probably could have just raised this by CTAing more on Ryan's Twitter or Ryan's YouTube. All right, and then from this 6,940, about the average conversion rate, let's see what it was down here. Average is out around probably, let's say, that's stupidly high, about 15%. So about 15% from the Mofu, so from your email list, from your Discord. They're going to go through your email automations. They're going to be inside your free community. They're going to go inside that. 15% of them, or around that, add or minus a few percentage, will end up converting. Oh, by the way, this is all connected. Will end up converting to your free trial. All right, so let's do the math on that. What's 15% of 6,940? It's about 1,041 people just on the month. All right, so let's write that down. 1,041 trials. So that's over 1,000 people that have put down their credit card with your community now for about 5 to 7 days, or however long your trial is. They're going to try your product, and depending on your onboarding sequence, depending on how good your product actually is, depending on how good you framed it from the unique mechanism from the VSL, and how well you set expectations inside of the product, your conversion rate for Ryan was average about, I think it was 20, let's check. Cal conversions, yeah, about 20% average. So it means only, in this case, he only does live trading. Just 1 out of 5 people would actually stay on a trial. All right, but because the funnel was fire, what's 20%? I mean, I can just do this divided by 5 and still get my 20%. So 208 people. So you end up with 208 people who paid. All right. And with a ticket price of, let's say, $99, you end up with an added MOR of about 2,000 or 20,611 MOR added in the month. All right. So, and these numbers aren't actually that hard to hit. You can basically just track these numbers all the way down the funnel, figure out where your biggest issue is, and fix it. All right. And this is how people get ridiculously rich with trading discords. As long as you post consistently and get a solid amount of impressions, and this is just short form, by the way. This isn't with YouTube. This isn't with YouTube. This isn't with ads. This isn't with Twitter. Adding all of those, you can get way more impressions, convert at a way higher rate. Convert at a way higher rate if you optimize your CTAs. Get a ton more people in your Mofu. You can convert that at a way higher rate if your product is insane, your offer is insane, maybe you have a longer free trial offer, whatever. And then depending on how good your product is, how good your onboarding sequence is, this number can improve, and you'll end up adding way more MRR. All right. So these are the numbers we generally aim for, and it will make you ridiculously rich, because let's consider like a 20% churn rate. So that becomes, what is that, like 16,000? If you run that, keep all those numbers, maintain those numbers for 6 months from zero MRR, you're going to be at about 100K. Or I think it's like 96 or something like that, maybe a little less. Run it for 7 months and you're at 100K. And then from there, you'll have thousands of people who have been in your low ticket, loved it because they're staying, who are massively warm leads, massively nurtured, and then you can launch a high ticket and add about $250,000 a month to this MRR, because you can just sell so many of those warm leads. All right. So if you want to see how this funnel works and maybe a roadmap on how to actually go from 0 to 100K MRR, like what the common pitfalls are in every situation, I'm going to link that video right below, or it's going to be in like a card right there or something like that. Go watch that video. But if you want to start tracking your KPIs right now, go to the video I'm going to link in the description. It's going to be probably the second or the third link. It's going to be called like KPI tracking video, where I'm going to teach you all the KPIs, how to track them, so that you can get results like this, where you add 20K MRR within a month. And then there's going to be a tracking sheet below that you can actually use to track and optimize with the theory of constraints. All right, and I'll probably make a video about that. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, go watch as many videos as you possibly can, because that will help you scale your trading community. You'll probably see my face a lot and Louis' face a lot, who is my co-founder. All right, so yeah, enjoy the channel. You guys have a good one.